My son's best friend healed my starved heart. Have you ever lived a life surrounded by people, yet felt completely alone? This is the story of how a woman, broken by years of emotional neglect, rediscovered love in the most unexpected place. Her son's best friend. Not just love, but the kind that makes you breathe again. I had been married for over 2 decades. People looked at our family from the outside and admired it. A hard-working husband, a respectful son, and a woman who held it all together. That was me. Or so they thought. Behind closed doors I was starving. Not for food or wealth, we had enough. But for love. For a gentle touch. A warm glance. Kind word. My husband, once affectionate and attentive, had grown cold, distant. We became strangers sharing a roof. The kind of silence that lived between us was not peaceful. It was lonely. I would lay in bed at night, eyes open, yearning. For someone to see me. To feel me. To remind me that I was still alive. Still a woman. But no one came. Until he did. Caleb had been my son Daniel's best friend since high school. He was 26 now. Respectful, kind, and always full of energy. Whenever he visited, the house lit up. He brought laughter with him, stories, warmth. And slowly, he began noticing me. Not just as Daniel's mom, but as a woman. One rainy afternoon, I had twisted my ankle in the kitchen. Everyone was out. Caleb had come by unexpectedly. When he saw me limping, he rushed over. "Sit down, let me help," he said gently, leading me to the couch. He held my foot with such care, his hands warm and steady. "I'm fine," I whispered, embarrassed. He looked up into my eyes and said, "You're always fine, aren't you? Even when you're not." His words pierced right through me. How did he see me so clearly? After that day, something changed. Caleb started visiting more often, helping with groceries, fixing the kitchen cabinet, staying longer after Daniel left. We'd talk about life, about music, even about poetry. And for the first time in years I felt heard. One evening I was baking a cake. Flour on my cheeks, hair a mess. Caleb walked in. "You're beautiful," he said, just like that. No hesitation. I laughed, brushing it off. "I'm your best friend's mother. Do not cross the line." He stepped closer. "You're also a woman. Beautiful one. And I see you, in ways he never did." My heart raced. No one had looked at me like that in years. One stormy night, power went out. My son was away on a trip. Caleb had stayed back after helping me rearrange the garage. We sat by candlelight, sipping tea, wrapped in soft blankets. The silence between us wasn't awkward. It was electric. I looked at him and he looked at me like I was art. "I don't want to cross a line," he whispered. "But I've wanted to hold you for months." I trembled. My mind said stop. But my heart screamed for touch, for affection, for love. I leaned in. And in that moment our lips met. Tender. Long overdue. It wasn't rushed. It wasn't wrong. It was healing. It was needed. What followed was magical. And complicated. We didn't make grand promises. We simply found refuge in each other. He'd come by when Daniel wasn't home. We'd talk, laugh, share meals, and when we touched, it felt like the world stopped. I started smiling again, wearing colors again, looking in the mirror and seeing not just a mother, but a woman reborn. Caleb saw my scars, the emotional ones. He kissed each one with patience. He made love to me like I mattered. And I did. To him I mattered. But guilt has a way of creeping in. I'd stare at my son's photos, at our family albums. Was I a terrible mother? A selfish woman? But then I'd look at Caleb, the man who brought light into my darkness. And I'd remember. I didn't cheat. I survived. This wasn't about betrayal. It was about finally choosing myself. For years I gave and gave until there was nothing left of me. Now I was allowing myself to receive. To be held. To be loved. And that wasn't wrong. That was human. We kept our secret. We had to. But behind every stolen kiss and hidden moment, was something so real, so pure. Caleb once said to me, "You're not just my best friend's mom. You're the woman who taught me what love really means." Tears filled my eyes. Because he didn't just say it, he meant it. Months passed, and I had to make a choice. Keep living a half-life, or step into the light of a new beginning. I sat down with my husband, told him the truth. Not about Caleb, but about my emptiness. He was shocked, dismissive, emotionally absent just as always. That night I packed a small bag, left not out of hatred but out of love for myself. And Caleb was there, waiting, like he always was. We didn't rush into anything. We moved slowly, carefully. But what we shared was no longer a secret in my heart. We built a quiet life. He made me feel 30 again. I made him feel deeply loved. Together we healed each other. They say love comes when you least expect it. Mine came wrapped in the form of a kind-hearted young man, my son's best friend. And no, it wasn't wrong. It was exactly what my soul needed. So, to anyone listening who feels invisible, forgotten, undesired, let this story remind you. It's never too late to be loved. It's never too late to feel again. And sometimes, love finds you in the most surprising of places. Just when you've almost given up. Most of us give up. But this story shows that in any situation, there is chance of love. There is chance of wealth. There is chance of success. Life becomes shine again. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more real and emotional stories like this one. Until next time, keep believing in love. Red Heart.